Frogs play a crucial role in maintaining the health of the ecosystem. Their presence involves pest control, food source, and environmental indication, and even water quality. Now, if you don't think what I just shared makes sense, listen to this story. The title of this story is All Things Are Connected. I came across a story that was written by Pleasant Day Spin. I revised my version of All Things Connected. And the story is an African tale. Several years ago, there lived a miserable lady king who ruled a village. This lady king was very demanding of her villagers. She expected them to feed the chickens, look after the herd, cook their food as well as her food, and keep their huts cleaned every day. The unhappy woman king always demanded her villagers to do what she asked without any complaints. The men, women, and children feared her, except the village elder. He was a very wise man, and the villagers admired and respected him, but the lady king did not. Whenever the lady king announced certain demands, the elder spoke up and told her she was wrong. Not far from the village, there was a pond. In that pond, there were several frogs. One night, the villagers were all asleep while the lady king was trying to go to sleep. Unfortunately, she overheard the frogs croaking all night. Ribbit, 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 ribbit. The next day, the sun came out and the weather was nice and breezy. Every day, the king expected her villagers to continue following her demands. That night, everyone was very tired and was able to fall asleep, except the lady king. She was getting ready to close her eyes when she heard ribbit, 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 ribbit. After listening to that noise all night, the king finally went to sleep. She called a meeting. She was tired and cranky. She insisted that the people destroy each and every frog that lived in the pond. Yet the elder warned her that if she tried to remove the frogs, something bad would happen. He told her that she must always remember all things are connected. The lady king ignored the elder and announced boldly to the villagers that they must and will destroy the frogs. So the villagers did what the king had insisted. All the frogs were destroyed. That night, it seemed peaceful and very quiet. And then several days went by. One night, a strange and unusual sound entered the village. Zzz, zzz, zzz. All of a sudden, mosquitoes swarmed inside all the villagers' huts, including the lady king's hut. When she awoke, she thought by shouting and threatening the insects, they would leave. But instead, they responded. Zzz, zzz, zzz. Each night, they would return. The family of the villagers couldn't get rid of the swarming, pesky insects and decided to leave and never return to the village. While the rest of the tiny but powerful mosquitoes continued to attack and pester the lady king all night long. By the end of the week, the tired and miserable lady king realized that she had no more villagers to rule, and then she began to think about the warning the elder had told her. All things are connected. Ribbit, 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 zzz, 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 boom. Stephen Covey's expression, listen with the intent to understand, not the intent to reply.